Hey, what's up, everybody? BDL44 coming at you another video. All right, so talk a little Lakers. Been hearing a lot of commentary surrounding the Los Angeles Lakers not having, uh, well, that's not the way to word it. I guess the word is the pressure is on because they have to re-sign Luka. And I've probably already said my point of view on this, but I guess I'll reiterate it just for the sake of content. I truly believe the Lakers are in a great spot when it comes to Luka Doncic. I think we've gotten off to a good start with the overall environment itself. Now, if I were to have any concerns about Luka in regards to whether or not he want to be signed here, I'd say two things. One, being resentment for the team that pulled him away from Dallas. I think that may hold some weight in some people's minds, depending on the person. I wanted to be where I was at. Not only did they move me, but you came and made it possible by coming to get me. I didn't want to leave. It's your fault. I wonder if that's a little bit of that with Luka. I don't think it would be in most people's minds, but in some, I think it may. So that's a thing. And the second thing is fit. And the belief of what this thing is going to look like going forward. LeBron James playing at a high level at 40 years old. What does Luka think of the prospect of being on a team with LeBron James if LeBron decides to stay? Can Luka be who Luka is without the ball? Is it necessary that he make that type of sacrifice? Or can he find a more fitting opportunity for him to have the ball in his hands 100% of the time? Those are the two things that I'm most, I guess, would be a concern of mine. I'm not really concerned too much, but if I were to have any, those are the two things that come to mind. I don't think we're going to have a problem with him wanting to be in Los Angeles because Los Angeles is the best weather in the world. And he's already said that being next to the ocean is a very good thing for him. So that part I'm not worried about too much. Taxes and stuff like that might be a thing. So if you want to add that as a third thing, maybe he can say, you know what, I can go somewhere else and not have to worry about the taxes, but you get what you pay for. This is the best place in the world to live. Like, as far as if you're a wealthy person, this is probably the best place in the world. So for that, I don't worry about that as much. I think people are knocking on the door to get here. I think also Luka probably sees a path to him having great teammates in the future because the Los Angeles Lakers are likely high-level to draw more talent toward this place. Whether he's here or not, I think we have a damn good shot of having a superstar in place. The question is, does he want that superstar to be him and someone else, or does he want it to be without him? And that goes for any other superstar as well. If you don't want to be here, I'm pretty sure there's someone else who does. And so it's just a matter of us, as I always say, keeping the place clean so that people want to be here. And us getting Luka, I think, kind of made this place clean. So long as he continues to be in the level he's been, at the age 25 years of age, he's in a good spot to really help us reset our situation without having to go through the draft. So I think upon LeBron's retirement, you'll see other guys, without saying names, the big names, possibly opening up their options. Try to come this way, play with Luka. Luka's an unselfish piece, going to look to make the ball move. Other guys are going to get their looks playing with Luka. Other guys are going to have a lot of space to work because Luka's going to be out there, drawing that attention defensively. He's somebody that people want to play with, and in Los Angeles, that's just a bonus. You understand? That's what it really comes down to. I think people have been happy to play with him in Dallas, especially seeing how things worked with Kyrie. I don't think they would have had a problem replacing Kai in the event they needed to with another star who would have been happy to see how that worked. So the fact that he worked with Kyrie as well as he did took away the idea that he couldn't play with other ball-dominant players who need their looks. So I think that really helped a lot of what would otherwise be in place had we only seen him with the ball in his hand and no Kyrie playing next to him for the last 2 years. I think there would be real questions, as we had when Kyrie got there, of what type of fit could be possible since Luka is such a high usage player. But that they worked that out, that eases a lot of our minds as it pertains to Luka being able to play with other people. So I think Luka knows he could play with other stars who are ball dominant, and I think the field knows that. So it's not like you're going to say, okay, I'm looking at the Los Angeles Lakers as a superstar 3 years from now, and there's any reason not to be there. It's basically what I'm saying to you. As long as we got Luka, and as long as we have the Los Angeles market and the LA Laker brand, I see no reason for anybody to not want to be here. So if I'm thinking that way, and I'm Luka, then I already think that, this is a great spot for me, because I'm going to have great teammates so long as the Laker front office makes good decisions. And so, given the fact that we've made a lot of bad decisions in the past, one can say we've learned from those mistakes. Others can say that maybe we're prone to make them again. But whatever the case, Luka's in place, and likely when LeBron retires, a max level amount of money to give somebody or somebody's. So that's what comes to mind. At 25 years of age, does Luka see himself being able to settle in Los Angeles? And I think the answer is yeah, I do. I can see him being happy here, especially with the Laker brand. Now, if he was a Clipper, I don't know if I'd feel the same way. I don't know where he wants to live. It's not like he chose this place. But once you're in this building, and once you realize your fullest potential in this uniform, there's nothing like it for a superstar, specifically for superstars, and that is what he is. So I'm not too worried. This place is built for superstars, and one thing that I think is a real thing is, and I've said this before as well, because we've had LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Kobe Bryant, our franchise knows how to manage superstars so that they can last. I don't think a lot of people consider that Anthony Davis was not in good shape when he got here. I called him grandmama legs because he looked like he had been sitting eating gravy at grandmama's table for the last several Sundays in a row. When he first got here, he was not in good shape. But over the course of 4 summers, he took those summers seriously. He took to a workout plan that allowed for him to get in great shape, and he's played more games for us than he's played anywhere else. You couple that with the front office and our staff's willingness to sit stars, even if it means costing them games here and there, so that their bodies could be healthy for the long haul, and he's going to find out he's in a very good spot to manage his body. A good spot. We've had a lot of injury issues, but it isn't like we've mismanaged a lot of those players' bodies. If anything, what we're seeing is that guys are coming back from injury playing good ball for us. Look at Gabe Vincent. Look at Vanderbilt. They're playing great right now. They're healthy. We're still sitting them on back-to-backs. That's what I think I would want to see if I'm Luka coming back from some type of injury. Looking at my body, not necessarily feeling myself to be in the greatest conditioning level. I need to be in an organization that's going to be able to not only keep me motivated to be in shape, but to also manage me if for some reason issues happen down the stretch, down the road rather. And I think that we've proven that we're willing to sit him. Just like last night, for example, he was set to play a back-to-back against Portland, and we sat him. And I believe that it's for his betterment. My understanding is that wasn't really what Dallas was about. Dallas will run you into the ground, give you the ball, 40 minutes of game, play every night. And it went with his personality because he loved to play through injury. But the Lakers are going to save you from yourself. It's how they handle being a superstar-led, driven organization. They save superstars from themselves. They know how to keep you healthy. And they have the bigger picture in mind as it pertains to a superstar's career arc. So for me, if I'm Luka the Don, I like the idea of what my life should be health-wise in Los Angeles, probably more so than a lot of other places. And so that's another thing that I think could be a thing for a lot of superstars. Hopefully Luka sees it that way. We're going to manage you, period. And LA is a good town for fitness. LA is a good town for juicing and taking care of one's wellness. And, it's a culture here to take care of yourself. It's Hollywood. Everybody's in the gym. You know what I mean? Everybody's trying to trying to lose weight or get in shape or do something to make themselves look right. And so this is a great environment for him to kind of pick up some of that energy, get in this Hollywood scene. He's not going to keep some of the same habits that he may have been able to keep in Dallas because it's not going to be cool to do that. You know what I mean? This is what it is. You're going to be looked at all the time. People are going to always want a camera in your face, and they're always going to want you to sell something. That's really what it is, and that's what he's going to find out. Once you start getting in this LA lifestyle, he's obviously a taken man. He has a wife, so we're not going to put that on him. But once you start getting this LA lifestyle, it's about how you look, what you present. People going to want him to go to the Grammys. People want him, you know what I mean? Because he's a superstar playing for the Lakers. So he's going to be at all the big events. They're going to want him at the Met Gala. You know, it's just a different type of draw. You're going to be shaking hands with people that take pictures of beautiful people. So you're going to want to look your best just off the strength of LA. And you're a star here. So once you start realizing that, then it's just going to be like, all right, we're going to the gym so we can look our best on camera because we always going to be on a commercial. We always going to be, you know, that's what it's going to be. So Luka's coming here at 25 years old, which means he's going to grow up. If he stays here, he's going to grow into that. He's going to grow up in that. You know, it's like 5 years in Dallas from 20 to 25. You get to 25 years old, you're still growing as a person. You're still finding who you are. You're throwing him into Los Angeles as a superstar on the Lakers. Ask Magic Johnson what that's like. Ask Kareem Abdul-Jabbar what that's like. Ask, Pau Gasol what that's like. Ask Bron. Ask AD. AD got a TV show that's about to air where he's doing practical jokes and stuff like that. He wouldn't found that in New Orleans. That wouldn't be in his spot in Dallas. He had to have gotten that in Los Angeles. And Luka is going to have some of those same opportunities. So the entertainment business going to start calling for Luka. They may want him to do a cameo on a TV show or a movie or something. Like that is coming. He's going to know more superstars and movie stars than he's ever known in Dallas for sure. So that's why it's like I'm not worried about Luka taking well to Los Angeles because he's going to be a star in the city of stars. You're going to be the draw to the Los Angeles Lakers. And if you know what that means in this town, that means you got fans that you are fans of. That's what that means. Your favorite so-and-so is coming to see you play ball. And it's nothing like it, man, especially if you deliver a championship in this city. So I think he's going to take extremely well to this once he gets settled into the idea of what it is that just, what just happened and stuff like that. It's going to take a little time and still see his body language is not where it needs to be. And it's only been, 3 weeks? We're in a microwave era to where we expect everybody to come here, love being here, perform like Kobe, win like Kobe, and stay here forever. It's like, that's what we expect. But that's not real. You need people to be able to take their time and figure things out, especially when they went through what he just went through. And so that's what I'm preaching is patience. He's not going to be somebody that's just going to be ready to be here, winning and all of that, out the gate, running 40 minutes a game in the perfect tip-top shape. It takes time to get in shape. And in this microwave era where everybody's picking apart every shot, every single play, every game, they're going to be looking at him as if he's supposed to snap into a six-pack, you know what I mean, overnight. And that's not what's really the case. And so for me, how does he take to the high expectations while trying to get acclimated? If he's turned off by that, he may bounce. But, Luka seems, I was listening to somebody who essentially said that they were familiar with Luka. I think someone posted something on Twitter that said this actually. But they were essentially saying that Luka Doncic, if you commit to him, he'll commit to you. That's what she's saying. And I think it is as simple as that previously, but now that he's been betrayed, who knows if he still feels that way. Sometimes when people go through stuff like this, that makes that different for them. And so for me, I just say, we'll see how he takes to that. You know what I mean? We'll see. Because once a person gets betrayed like this, some people don't believe in loyalty at all no more. It's like loyalty out the window. Look at what I did for them. They ain't did nothing for me. They ain't going to do it to me twice, though. And, it's all about them. And so it's all about who this person is and how they take to what just took place. And, the thing about Dallas is the front office is behaving as if Luka did something to them. I don't know if there's more for me to know in regards to the story. if there was a fight on the way out the door or if something happened that we're not aware of. But the way they're acting, it appears to me that not only are they trading him away, but they're burning the bridge. I don't think he will return to Dallas. And if he were to leave the Lakers, I honestly think that would be where he would want to go, back home. And given the fact that the ownership is obviously still in place, they're disrespecting the man after trading him, as if trading him wasn't disrespectful enough. I don't think he's going to want to do anything but beat them 4 times a year. So he's likely going to want to stay in the Western Conference. You see what I'm saying? And so it's like, okay, that's one tea leaf. I don't see him, skipping out on LA, going to Miami or nothing like that. I don't see that coming. Or skipping out on LA and taking a bag from Cleveland or something like that. I don't see that coming. What I think is going to happen is he's likely either to stay in Los Angeles, or if he wants to play with Jokic right now, he'd go play in Denver. Other than that, I don't really see him going nowhere else, because he doesn't have roots anywhere but Dallas, and Dallas just betrayed him and burnt the bridge and now is disrespecting him on the way out the door. So where's he going? We're showing a lot of love here, though. You see what I'm saying? So it's like he's going to stay where he at. And that's what makes sense to me. The only thing that I think could change that is something going wrong here. And to be honest with you, I don't see nothing like that happening, because he has good rapport with the coach. He got good rapport with LeBron James. LeBron's welcoming him in, telling him to be himself. These fans are taking well to him. Jeanie Buss and everybody, you know how we are. We're going to welcome him with open arms and treat him like a king, because he's a superstar and we want him to resign. So it's like the way that we treat superstars, coupled with the LA market and the LA temperature and everything that happens here. I just don't think that, unless he just hates it here and wants a fresh start in free agency where he chooses his spot, I don't see him going anywhere. I don't see him going anywhere. Now, I don't know that means he'll commit 5 years. He might give it a 2.5 or something like that, 2 and an option, to feel it out. I could see him doing something like that. But as far as him just bouncing right now, I don't see that. Or him not signing an extension, I don't see that. I don't see it. I think he signs an extension, probably a 2 and a player option. I see something like that coming for max amount of money. And then 4 years from now, when he's up for another $300-400 million, for which he would then be able to sign, I think he's going to take that back from whoever gave it to him. And I'm pretty damn sure Jeanie Buss will be ready to give it to him, all things remaining equal. That's what I think, but I don't know. A lot of it depends on how well we perform from here on till then. So I think, far be it for me to just write in stone that we got Luka the Don and we're keeping him and everything's going to work out in our favor. But the tea leaves, everything I'm looking at is telling me that he don't have roots anywhere else but Dallas, and Dallas and burnt the bridge. So wherever he go, he going to have to figure it out. Wherever he go, he going to be a new guy in the locker room. And I think he's starting to understand that the most important thing for him was to stay and retire and bring championships to Dallas. But if Dallas is going to be disrespectful, then, why not? Why not come back and do that somewhere else? And so that's really where we're at. I think Lucas has to kind of get his heart out of being in Dallas, accept all of that Dallas is throwing at him from the disrespect, and then let it drive him to being the best player he can be. And so that's what it is. I feel like Dallas, part of me wonders if the people in Dallas are trying to, and this is not about the fans in any way, but the people in Dallas are trying to kill his spirit so they can reinforce that they made the right decision. You see what I'm saying? Because if he goes on and gets in shape, goes on and proves them wrong, goes on and is successful and plays another 12 to 15 years in the NBA, they look like the biggest fools. But if they can kill his spirit, push the buttons that ultimately make him, hate life, and he spirals and continues staying out of shape, continues whatever the heck they say he does, then they can be it can be reaffirmed that they were right in doing this. I kind of think that's what a lot of disrespect is about. And I'm pretty certain that it's going to backfire. Pretty damn certain that it's going to backfire on them very badly. To justify it. I don't know how much truth this is. It may not necessarily be true, but I saw something that was posted that said that the Dallas Mavericks blurted out Luka's face with the Mavericks logo on a video that they just put up. Like, what is this? What do y'all think y'all are? Drake and Kendrick? Like, what did Luka do to you to make you deserve to treat him that way after breaking his heart and trading him away? You see what I'm saying? It's like they're trying to kill his spirit so that he'll be a lemon in Los Angeles, and then everybody can say, see, he's a spiraling drunk. He ain't gonna play ball at this level ever again. And so, for me, like the spirit of that for which they're doing, it drives me to embrace Luka more as a fan and encourage him to take his time, get in shape, and let's get back at those people. That's my attitude. Let's get back at them for all their disrespect, for all that they did in pulling you away from the fans, for all that they did and ultimately not taking you seriously when you put your body on the line for 5 years playing through injury for them. All that you did in getting them to the finals, into the Western Conference Finals, putting up with the Jalen Brunson fiasco. You brought in Kyrie Irving. It didn't look like a great fit. You embraced it. You made it work. Sat through that whole year with them not having a damn center, tanking games in, so that they could put themselves in the position to capture their draft pick. You know what I mean? That was a year that you could have probably been playing for a championship if you were in a good situation. But because you were being patient with them, you went along with the company situation. And this is what ultimately came of that, being loyal to that organization. I would tell him the only thing you need to be doing is blotting out the noise of that disrespect, embracing this Laker thing, figuring it out with LeBron James, soaking up everything this guy has to give you while he's here, because he's only going to be here for 5 more minutes any damn way. Soak it all up. That's all I would tell him. Embrace this LeBron James era, because LeBron's going to be gone, man. He's 40, bro. He could retire any moment. And so that's why you stay close to Bron. I know you're in a space where, and I tell Luka this, I know you're in a space where you're trying to, you're soul searching, trying to figure out where you're going to find your motivation. Soul searching, trying to figure out if you want to be where you at. Regardless of whether you do or not, you're next to LeBron James. He's going to retire soon. Take all of the game you can from this dude right now. Take all the game you can from him. Study him like a hawk on how he operates. Meet him in the gym at 6 in the morning if that's what you need to do. Like, that's what I would tell Luka the Don, man. Because whatever you can soak off of this dude, you can take with you for the rest of your career. And 6 years from now when he's retired, if you would have listened right now and focused on what you needed to do to get from him what you can right now, I guarantee you'll be a better pro for it. I guarantee you'll be a higher level superstar than even you were before. And so that's what I would tell him. Just soak this in, bro. We're all taking LeBron for granted. He scored 40 points last night at 40 years old, but 40-year-olds don't do that. And we're in unprecedented, uncharted territory, and we don't know how long this guy's going to be playing at this level, so let's try to win right now. Let's try to win right now. Let's try to take from him what we can. Let's appreciate him while he's in the room. And play your best as hard as you can, because that's going to not only get you in the shape you need to get into, but that's going to help him help you by playing at a high enough level to get you as far as you want to go in these playoffs. So that's what I would tell Luka the Don. It's also what I tell Austin Reeves as well. Like, Austin, I know you have to take some sacrifices right now. You have to make some sacrifices, but they're not going to be forever, because LeBron's going to bounce, and the game gets a lot harder when he's not out there. Austin's never played in a Laker uniform without LeBron James. He's never played in the NBA without LeBron James, with the exception of certain games LeBron isn't in. When you got to play a whole season without LeBron James and your teammates don't have that type of level of talent, your game is a lot harder for you. So enjoy this. Soak it up. Luka and Austin. Y'all both, 25, 26 years old? This is a very important time in y'all lives, because y'all next to LeBron James, and that is not to be taken for granted for the pros who are around him. And so that's what I think Luka should understand. Like, forget just the Laker aspect of it. You could be in Toronto next to Bron, and it would still be the same thing. You could be in Milwaukee next to Bron, and it would still be the same thing. Soak this up. Because before you know it, he's going to be in retirement. And so that's what I would tell him, man. This is a very important blessing, I think, in Luka's life. If you're going to be leaving a place where people are telling you, we don't believe in you, we ain't loyal to you, you know what I mean, for whatever, because we see the condition that you're in, and you're not meeting our expectations. The place you probably want to go is to where a guy has won as much and has done as much as LeBron James at the level he has. And to a place like the Lakers, where we value loyalty at an extreme level when you consider Kobe Bryant and the relationship that we have with him. This is where you want to be. 17 NBA championships. You want to win championships? We've done it. We know how to do it. And this Laker family here has a lot of legends that can help you with whatever you need, both on and off the court. They got basketball legends and legends in other areas that are going to be in your phone. You're going to have their number. You're going to be able to use a first name basis with a lot of these people, and they're going to help you in a lot of areas. So that's what I would tell Luka. You're in a good place, man. You could have been traded anywhere in the world, but you were traded to the Lakers. And for me, as a superstar, I don't think there's anywhere better to play. Not at all. And so that's what I would tell Luka the Don, man. Dallas, they disrespected you, but they didn't trade you to a worse situation. They really didn't. They traded you to a better one. And we got to make them pay for that, We got to make them pay for that. BDL 44. I thank you all for watching.